Gilgans outside London Stadium, West Ham fan TV. Now, Andy, you've just told me you don't want to talk about the game. Let's talk about the. What I'm going to say something to you in a second, but the protest today, walking from the Greenways all the way to Stratford. How did it go? Tell us how many numbers were there, and we're all interested.
Oh, it went a lot better than we thought it would. To be honest, we were nervous. We didn't know. When you're immersed in it, you can't tell. How far your reach is, who you're getting your message out to. So Match of the Day have come down and they've tweeted shortly afterwards that they thought there was 7,000 there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's we everywhere we were stopping, Plaistow, West Ham, more people joining on Stratford. And when we got to where we finished, trying to speak to everyone, and the old Bill was saying, "No, there's more still coming through. There's more still coming through. You got to let them come and join up. We've got to let them come and join up." So we were really, really pleased with the turnout. And the turnout is what gets the message across. If you got 10 people there, the press won't cover it, no matter what your message is. If you got 7,000 people there, the press will cover your message, and your message will get across. So we're really pleased.
I've got to congratulate you, mate, because I was saying to the others earlier. I said to a couple of our older fan cams, what's going on around the club at the minute, the GSB out movement and all of that sort of stuff, and Hammers United and Crossed Hammers and all the guys that are protesting to get the ball out, it doesn't spill into the stadium. And I thought it was a cauldron of noise today, and I thought everyone was behind them. And I've got to congratulate everyone for that, because I thought that was key.
Yeah. So a lot of people, when we first announced that we were protesting on the 18th of January, we got a lot of negative reaction. People saying, "Don't do this."
Burnley.
You cannot do this now. We're in a relegation fight. You can't bring this up now. It's going to affect the team. And I think Liverpool on Monday night was a perfect example of the way that we've positioned this. It was a protest that took place inside the ground. But as soon as the players jogged over towards the away fans,
full of appreciation,
the banners went down.
Yeah.
The banners went down. The balloons had been done, and then We Are West Ham's Claret and Blue Army was sung, and even we went 1-0 down, and it got louder.
Yeah.
And for the whole 90 minutes, it was crystal clear that every single West Ham fan is 100% behind the team. Now, what I'll say is a kind of difference to Burnley is that I think if you give people that opportunity to protest, and people want to have that opportunity, and they want to say, right, okay, we want Gold, Sullivan and Brady out of our club. That's our issue. We want our opportunity to voice that. We want our opportunity to be part of something. But the second we step inside the stadium, the second the ball is kicked, it is crystal clear that we are 100% behind the team. And then you don't get anything. No one goes in there thinking, "Oh, I wish I could say something. I wish I could do something. I wish I could." It's already done.
Yeah.
As soon as it's crystal clear, the second the ball is kicked, you support the team. And I think that's what's been really great about the way that we've been able to build this, is that people can now see there are two separate things happening here. Support the team, not the regime.
That's brilliant. Look, I've got to congratulate it, because it's picking up momentum. It's having its desired effect. They're clearly rattled, because they're changing pictures, and I heard
apologies from Sky Sports,
exactly, and all of that.
Applications and
what's the aim at the end of it all? What is the aim?
Okay, when we set out a year ago, the aim was to improve things for all West Ham supporters. That was our aim when we set up our group a year ago. Now, our initial journey to do that was to have dialogue with the board. So 1 year ago, we began writing to the board, requesting meetings, asking for FSA representation, asking to meet outside the presence of the OSB, and we campaigned hard on that for a year. We've got nowhere. You can't deal with these people. Honestly, you cannot talk to them. They've tried every trick in the book to discredit us, to close us down, to use the OSB as their kind of, to protect them, if you like, to use the press.
Excuse, isn't it? Yeah. We are talking to fans. We are listening. We are.
So winding back to 2019, some people, when we first started, told us, forget it. You'll get nowhere. Don't deal with it. You can't. And we said, no, we'll give it a go. We'll try. We spent a year on it. A year trying to get a voice for the fans. It can't be done with these people. It cannot be done. They have to leave the club. It's the bottom line. They have to go. Now, what we would see as an end goal for that is that when they go, we want some fan representation to have some ownership in the club. Some ownership where you say a percentage of the club is reserved for an independent fans group, whereby for years, generations to come, fans always have a seat on our board, a representation, so that this can never happen to our football club again.
Brilliant. Andy, thank you very much for joining us. I will chat all night, mate, but I am freezing cold.
So am I.
You've got some lovely gloves on there, mate, and I ain't. But no, thank you very much.
Of course, yeah.
Congratulations
Thank
with
you.
everything, and like keep it going.
We'll keep it going. We'll keep it going, mate. Momentum is with us. The press are with us, and this only finishes one way. The only way this finishes is them leaving our club.
Brilliant. Appreciate it.
you.
Thank you so
Cheers,
much.
mate.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
so much.